thrice shy. But we'll see what ends up happening. I really like the guy and want to be supportive of him. I know he's been having a lot of health problems with him and his family and trying to take care of people, and so he's been out of circulation, but that's coming up. I want to go to your phone calls on the Genesis board. Also, my phone system, it looks like it's locked up in here, but we'll see what's happening with that. But the toll-free number to join us here on our phone system is 877-789-ALEX, 877-789-2539. And before I go any further, I want to play this clip of, speaking of the end of the internet, as we know it, I'm going to explain how they're going to do it, how we can stop it. The FCC head, who has been saying he's against what's happening, but he doesn't control the whole board, has warned that conservative media like Drudge Report will face regulation like PACs, the end of free speech. And you know what? This is where I draw my line. If I want to support Rand Paul or Ted Cruz, or if I want to support a Democratic senator, it doesn't matter. I will support whoever I want with my free speech. And I'm not getting money from these people. If you had a Republican monopoly taking over and shutting things down, I would support the Democrats, just out of survival. This is the end of free speech, and I will not be part of it. You'll have to send armed thugs here. I'm not going to shut up. And when they try to tell our AM and FM affiliates, if they get this through, that you can no longer carry Alex Jones or any other libertarian talk radio, it's time for the stations to keep it on the air. This is America, folks, and to go to court, to sue the government. They're not going to get away with this. And here's a headline dealing with this. FCC grabs for new regulatory power could go beyond broadband providers. The Hill. Net neutrality's death could spark populist revolt with echoes of the Gilded Age. Washington coddles moneyed, monopolistic internet barons. Yeah. Are we going to let a bunch of insiders take over the web for themselves and shut down their competition? And I don't just mean free speech. They're going to shut down your blog, your bookstore, your rare items shop, your online swap meet. It's all happening. That's why they're banning lemonade stands and bake sales nationwide with SWAT teams. They don't want you buying from farmers markets. They don't want you being a human. They don't want you having a garden. They want you on a giant plantation/reservation. You want to see what you're going to live like Russell Means said before he died on the show? Look at the reservation. Russell Means, we're all on the reservation now. Search that. That's the name of the video. Hour-long, powerful interview. And he says up front, this is the plan. Who invented the reservation? The British. For the Irish and the Scots. Then they deployed it against the Indians, the Native Americans. Then it was deployed by Hitler against the Jews and others. Hitler wrote that he got it from the British model. And the concentration camps were modeled off of U.S. reservations. Look it up. That's the FEMA camps, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to call them emergency relocation centers. They're going to have Friday night movies, folks, don't worry. But troublemakers will be taken away, though, to a lockdown area and, you know, given over to mercenaries to be given a dirt nap. I mean, this is the plan. I'm not trying to scare you. They're going to execute this. Why do you think Drudge said months ago, have an exit plan? This is not a game. The rich people have left a long time ago that weren't part of this. I told you that I ran into, in Wimberley, folks that live next door to one of John Wayne's sons and talked to them, and they were leaving to Costa Rica. 4 years ago, they were getting ready to sell out their stuff, their holdings, and leave because you, quote, wouldn't be able to get the money out after that. And sure enough, all that stuff happened. Outside of law, they just did it. You're after tax money. They were going to take money John Wayne made in the 40s and 50s and 60s that he'd already paid taxes on over and over again, and his kids had paid taxes on. They were going to take that. And John Wayne, of course, married a Latin American woman, so his kids speak Spanish. The whole point is they're just getting out of this country, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what's going on in this country. I mean, classical tyranny is being set up. We're going to go to break and come back with Jay, Jack, Lawrence, Albert, Eugene, and then on our phone system, James, David, Andrea and Terry, and I'm just going to give you 1 minute, go to the next person. We'll take calls to the bottom of the next hour, and then I will summon my psychological and mental repertoire and try to give you a proper analysis of the total internet takeover and how they're going to hit us. And the fact that they're moving forward with this shows you they're getting ready to move. Everything's going to start clicking. But it's so immoral, so evil, we've got a good chance to have this boomerang around and beat them. But this is so incredible. By the way, briefly, please support the broadcast. Don't take it for granted. Spread the word about the audio links, the free podcasts. Save these shows. Save my films. Buy the DVDs at InfoWarsStore.com to have them in archive. Get the T-shirts. Post flyers. Start your own radio shows. Start your own blogs. Start your own access shows. You better use it. It's precious. They do everything they can to keep you off air. Do it. Become an activist. Become a freedom fighter in the InfoWar. We need you. Humanity needs you. Your family needs you. And go to InfoWarsStore.com. Buy the pro-gun T-shirts, the films, the books, the supplements, InfoWarsLife.com. That's how you fund the very tip of the spear in the InfoWar. We need you. You need us. Fund me.
Who has the perfect piece of gear for your bushcraft pack or bug-out bag? CanteenShop.com. Want to be able to start a fire in any weather? CanteenShop.com. Need a well-built, handcrafted knife that'll be passed down for generations? Get to CanteenShop.com for the best selection of high-quality, hand-picked gear from over 20 small U.S. businesses and big-name brands to bring you the best that the bushcraft survival world has to offer. CanteenShop.com. What's missing? What's missing from your kit?
Tired of taking handfuls of vitamin pills? Look and feel super with a great-tasting liquid vitamin and mineral supplement called Passion for Life. This incredible 1-ounce daily drink can lead to better stamina and energy due to faster, more complete absorption. Passion for Life contains 135 all-natural whole food ingredients. It's the best-tasting, most powerful product of its kind on the market. Order now by calling 844-TRY-LIFE or find out much more about Passion for Life by visiting 844TryLife.com. 844TryLife.com.
Virtually anyone can hack your cell phone and track your calls, your texts, your emails, your every movement, but only if they can detect a signal. Stay one step ahead of hackers and Big Brother with a Block-It Pocket, a custom-made pocket infused with pure silver that creates a complete Faraday enclosure for your cell phone. For free shipping to the lower 48, visit blockitpocket.com or call 888-315-9618. blockitpocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit and carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Hi, folks. Alex Jones here with some important information. I want to tell you about Matt Redhawk and his team of patriots over at My Patriot Supply. Several years ago, Matt was sitting in his 2-bedroom apartment, frustrated with the direction this country was headed and the charlatans willing to sell us out for a quick buck. Deciding to take action, a company run by patriots for patriots was born. My Patriot Supply has never taken a loan or accepted outside funding. They now operate 2 distribution facilities and employ over 50 hardworking American men and women. It is rare to find companies who practice what they preach. And that's why I stock my pantry with high-quality storable foods from My Patriot Supply. Go to mypatriotsupply.com/Alex today for special offers on emergency food storage or call their preparedness specialist at 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Do business with someone who shares your values. mypatriotsupply.com/Alex.
To the earth, riches, and wisdom. So we have even right there.
What's his name?
This is an emergency transmission from FEMA Region 6 in occupied North America.
There is a war. It's happening now. It will decide the fate of humanity. The time to choose sides has come. We are the resistance. We are the InfoWar. By the way, we've got something really special with Rowdy Piper. who's been a guest on the broadcast of They Live, coming up at the bottom of the third hour in the middle of the Jordan Maxwell interview that's coming up. But getting back to the end of the last segment before I go to your calls, where I said fund us, we don't force you to give money to MSNBC and all the globalist outlets, the state-run media. You better fund and support and promote. And I know you know that, but I mean, now's the time to act like a chicken with your head cut off. Because if I get major capital, I will throw it against the enemy, and I'll have more to work with and not have to sit there and be more judicious and take my time about things. I mean, it's literally energized me. And we will take it to the enemy savagely, as we've already done. We will literally weaponize this operation against the globalist in the info war. We've already done it. But I'm all in. I'm committed. And you need to promote internet freedom, period, because they're going to kill the free speech first, then they're going after your commerce. That's what they really want to shut down. That's how they control everybody globally, through the money. Look at the sanctions on Russia. This is what the technocracy is about. This is a very diabolical plan. It's a new kind of war. Jay, Jack, Lance, Albert, Eugene, James, Andrea, Terry, Rich. I'm going to go to all of you. Let's go to about 2 or 3 calls right now before this segment ends. Jay, you're on the air, and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Wyoming. I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller. I've done the research on stuff that you have presented, and I believe you. I believe what you're telling me is the truth. The stuff that, the questions I have, the more you learn, the more questions you should be asking. And, with movies like The Stand, where just millions of people die from a disease, and, the movie like, the new Red Dawn movie where it...
No, when I read The Stand, I was probably 25, and by Stephen King, and it's like an allegory of what's going on.
Yeah. Now, the new Red Dawn movie, depicts Obama, totally betraying the people and just allowing, the Koreans to come in, and they bomb out.
Well, again, it was going to be China, but China so controls us, proving the Red Dawn movie politically, that they took 2 years to reshoot it.
Oh, wow.
See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? Yeah. Chinese troops now occupying Paris. AFP, paramilitary police now occupying Paris. This is globalism. Foreign paramilitary in your cities.
My wife wants to know the Obamacare and the death panels.
It sets up federal boards that control the care people can get and cuts back the care. Oh, you're 65, you don't need eye surgery. Oh, you're a smoker, you don't get lung surgery. Oh, your knees hurt, here's a cane. It's basic British model, but even worse.
Yeah, and I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that. I just had to quit my job at the VA here in town because of the fact that I can see these veterans being withheld.
It's on record. They put them on death list. It's a death panel. It's not just in Phoenix. All over the country, it's well known. They just say, stop giving treatment to this person, let them die. And then they tie them down, and then flies crawl up their nose, lay eggs in their sinus, and eats their brain. We'll be right back. I'm not joking about that either, folks. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up.
Thank you for listening.
They call it maggoting.
Visit GCNlive.com today.
A chemical spill contaminating the water supply in 9 West Virginia counties.
This year alone, over 300,000 people in West Virginia had their drinking water contaminated.
What are the health effects of having these drugs in our drinking water?
It's forced medical treatment without the consent of residents.
My friends, water filtration is one of the most basic actions you can take to protect you and your family from the harmful toxins and heavy metals in your tap water.
On average, the county says it sprays with the glyphosate at least once a week.
Few filters cut out the glyphosates that is found in water supplies supplies worldwide. Remove pesticides, herbicides, chloramines, hydrofluorosilicic acid, sodium hexafluorosilicate.
Fluoride, it is in tea, it's in coffee, it's in water, it's in bread, it's in toothpaste.
It is our responsibility to protect our families. The establishment's not going to do it. It's time to take action. It's time to filter our water. Visit InfoWarsStore.com and use promo code WATER to get 10% off their entire family of incredible products. Or call toll-free 888-253-3139.